Welcome back, guys. And it's Jay Taylor, your host, back at it again on Sports Prophecy TV. And I'm here to break down one of my favorite reggae girls, Natoya Atkinson. This young lady is phenomenal. But I want to touch on a few things, guys. And it stems from a lot of the concerns that the fans have had over the years as far as the coaching in Jamaica is concerned and developing our young players. Let's just rewind back to the under 17 World Cup qualifiers. When Jamaica started the U17 World Cup qualifiers, this young lady was on the bench. She wasn't starting the game. I saw her come in the first game off the bench and she had the fire. She had the energy. She had the speed. She could dribble the football. However, I thought she wasn't that prolific in front of goal. But I thought the moment I saw her, I remember messaging my friend and said, this young lady is one for the future. I think we have found our next Bunny Shaw, and she should be on the field. And this goes back to our coaching. Are the coaches in Jamaica making the right decisions as far as knowing the talent and putting them out there? No, she's at the under 20 level and she is dominating the under 20 level. And she started out the competition, the U17 competition, on the bench. I have to question the decision making when it comes on to coaches knowing which players have the moves and are ready and they are ready to move on. Is she better than Bunny Shaw at this stage? At this stage, I would say she's a bit ahead of Bunny Shaw based on her age and her trajectory and the upside with this talent. I think she has a lot to work on in front of goal. I think she gets a bit. I think adrenaline takes over in front of goal because she wants to score so much, and sometimes she doesn't really get it right. I think if she can learn and follow in the footstep, however, of Bunny Shaw, because one of the skills that Bunny Shaw has is she's very composed in front of goal. When she's in the 18 and she gets the football, she doesn't seem bothered by having defenders on her back. She focuses on making the right move and putting it in the back of the net. As soon as this young lady, Natoya, figures out how to be more composed in the 18-yard box, I think she is going to make a big move at a young age. I wouldn't be surprised if this young lady in 2 years end up in England at one of the top clubs coming through the ranks. A lot of people would say, Jay Taylor, how can you compare these two players? I'm comparing these two players at the same age. When Bunny Shaw was playing at the under 17 level, she was very good, but I don't think she had some of the skill set that this young lady has as far as speed is concerned and her ability to dribble. She's also very physical, Natalia. You can see that she wants to score. She wants to take on defenders. She could outrun any defender at this age. Imagine what this young lady will do in the next 2 or 3 years. And I think the female program in Jamaica, with all the problems happening in the male side of the football, I must say Jamaica's female program is in a very good place. When you look at the young girls who are coming through, you have to be quite excited about the future for Jamaica and the female program. Natoya Atkinson, guys, remember the name Natoya Atkinson. She is one for the future. I can see this young lady taking it to the heights, maybe making a move to France, playing in one of those top leagues, or maybe in Scandinavia, playing in the competitive Scandinavian female league. Right now, she's dominating at the U20 level. And let's just remember, this young lady was only playing under 17 football last year, and she has made the jump. Imagine how fast she is improving to leave the under 17 where she wasn't even a starter. And we saw flashes of brilliance when she came on the pitch. And now she's finally taking charge. She's becoming one of the leaders out there. She's becoming very dependable. She's becoming one of those players that you go to when Jamaica needs that goal, when the goal is very tight, when the competition is very stiff. However, I do want to see her perform more consistently when she goes up against the Canadas, the USAs, and the Costa Ricas and the Mexico, which are better teams. I think Jamaica had some pretty soft teams in the early phase of this competition. I think Honduras was one of the few teams that I thought gave Jamaica a huge challenge. But this young lady rose to the occasion. Natoya Atkinson, she is phenomenal. She is a superstar. She is one for the future. I saw her in that first game at the under 17 qualifiers, and I thought, wow, how can you have a player like this on the bench? She has to be out there. She needs the game time. She needs to get better in front of goal. And the moment she works out her game, the moment she figures out how to settle down, keep her composure in front of goal, I think Jamaica has another Bunny Shaw or potentially better on their hands. As soon as she gets the development from some other coaches at a higher level, the sky is the limit for this young lady. She is a player that I would want to see around the senior setup. I thought she should have been in the senior setup right after the under 17, but due to the competition and the scheduling conflicts where Jamaica is now preparing for the World Cup, I think she is on the verge. I would want to see this young lady potentially go to the World Cup as a young player, just taking her to get that experience because she is one for the future. She's going to be around for a very long time. But it comes back down to our head coaches, our technical directors. Do they believe in the youngsters? Do they believe that this young female can take the game at a senior level? And I think she has what it takes because she has that raw speed, she has that raw talent, she has the drive, and she looks focused. She seems like a player who wants to score every time she takes the field. Remember the name, guys, Natoya Atkinson. Another star is born out of Jamaica. She is dominating the U20 competitions right now. However, as I said, I want to see her compete more against the top teams and giving us the same kind of performances. And then we can say she's definitely ready. But I think she's very close to where we need her to be. If you look at her age, she's still very young. By the time she gets to 2021, I think she will start to figure out her game and she will become a more rounded player. And I think as well, Bonnie Shaw should reach out to this young lady and hand her some advice, tell her about the road ahead, the journey, the difficulties that she went through to get to Manchester City. As we all know right now, Bunny Shaw is dominating the female league in England as she's one of the top goal scorers. So we want to have more young females coming out of Jamaica, and she's an inspiration. This young lady is still in high school. She's very young, and I'm sure her friends and other young ladies who are playing football in Jamaica, they are looking at her and saying, wow, if she can do it, we can do it as well. So she's a shining light. She's an aspiration. She's an inspiration for a lot of the younger players who probably aspire to play international football for Jamaica. So good job. Congratulations to this young lady. She has basically made her name, put her name in the mix of the discussions when you talk about the top female players in the region. And I just want to give her a little bit more time because you also don't want to rush her progression. You want her to go through the different stages, develop at each stage, and take her time to get to the next level. But I think it's a good look for her. It's just a matter of time before this young girl breaks into the senior female team. She's an amazing player. She got the speed, she has the skill, she is a goal scorer. However, she just needs to be a little bit more composed in front of goal, and then we can say we have another rounded player who's ready for the future. Thank you guys again. Jay Taylor here, Sports Prophecy TV, and see you guys next time.